And those are just general admission tickets. If you want to see, some of those are going for over $1,000.
To see tickets at the Target Center in Minnesota selling for as low as $10.
The WNBA playoff ticket costs were dropped to only $10. No, that's not even a joke. Close-up seats to Caitlin Clark's games were selling for thousands of dollars, while tickets for the Suns games last week were going for as little as $65. Some tickets were actually selling for just $10. It's unfortunate to see that the WNBA could have made a significant sum of money this WNBA playoffs if the Fever could have played their home game without being sabotaged. You can sit directly behind the team's bench and enjoy the best view in the house. I suppose no one wants to watch DJ Carrington's vicious antics anymore. I'm not even going to try to imagine how much it would have cost to watch Caitlin in the playoffs. It would have been insane.
Wherever she goes, ratings follow. The WNBA draft. The doubleheader to open the NBA season. Ratings.
The WNBA should start defending its players, notably Caitlin Clark, who amassed millions of views and played her hardest while leading the poorest team to the playoffs. She faced up against players and the media who detested her, yet she still won.
An amazing passer.
Yeah.
Probably one of the most creative passers I've ever seen, along with the Magic Johnson, that type of passer. She makes long, short pass, bounce pass. I mean, incredible passes. And her teammates have been really good. They catch them and they finish. I mean, they've done a really good job with her.
In addition to raising ticket costs, Caitlin Clark also increased the pay for WNBA players. Let's face it, if it weren't for Caitlin, no one would even know how much money Angel Reese makes, let alone her standards. The WNBA is also having a hard time filling seats, with ticket prices plummeting from the thousands they once commanded during her in regular season performances. Without her, the excitement that once surrounded WNBA games has subsided, and the league is finding it difficult to sustain the same level of enthusiasm among its fan base. When the playoffs arrived, Caitlin Clark's presence increased the excitement even more, with ticket demand reaching previously unheard of heights. However, since Caitlin Clark was no longer participating in the playoffs, her regular season games had become a must-see spectacle, with tickets selling out for astronomically high prices. Fans were willing to spend thousands of dollars just to see her incredible basketball prowess in person. The WNBA has drastically lowered ticket prices in an attempt to make stadiums appear full without Clark. The league is frantically trying to avoid the embarrassment of empty seats during their most important events, but the truth is that fans are deeply feeling the loss of Caitlin Clark. Her incredible performances were a major draw, and without her, the excitement surrounding the playoffs has faded significantly. The void she has left is enormous, and the league is finding it difficult to fill as interest in the finals wanes. The WNBA's momentum is taking a serious hit as a result of Clark's absence.
Clark is setting records once again. Why would she not? This Sunday's game between number 5 Iowa versus number 2 Ohio State is the most expensive ticket in women's basketball, WNBA or NCAA women's on record. The current get-in price is almost $500.
There is no doubt about that. Although Caitlin Clark has emerged as the WNBA's biggest attraction, speculation that she may take her skills abroad to Europe has put the league in a precarious position. With Caitlin bringing viewers to a rival league and returning the WNBA to its roots, the league would finally receive what it deserves. Every season supporter is urging her to go.
Could be a team overseas who would love to snatch Caitlin Clark away from us and give her a crazy...
It's hard to envision how the WNBA could maintain its newly acquired fan base without her charismatic presence if she were to go to an international league. The WNBA would probably suffer a large loss of interest if Clark chose to join a European club, since rivals overseas are already planning to take advantage of her star power. Fans who are eager to follow her career may decide to focus elsewhere, leaving the league dealing with another. Despite the massive amount of attention and money Clark has brought in for the league, there is growing concern that the WNBA has not done enough to support her, whether it is by making sure she is sufficiently shielded from being targeted by rival players or by giving her the platform to fully display her skills. Clark's departure could set back the WNBA's growth in ways that may be difficult to recover from. The league seems to have failed to support Clark's success, and as a result, the repercussions are becoming increasingly obvious.
A lot of players, a lot of these wonderful ladies who bust their tail to make the WNBA what it was. Here's the reality. It wasn't what it is. The quality of basketball may have been up to snuff, and you had somebody as popular as Cheryl Swoops who had her own signature shoe, had to deal with Nike and all of this other stuff. But the bottom line is, very few people gave it.
The WNBA, which appeared to be on the verge of a historic season, is now facing the reality that, without Clark, they're struggling to maintain the same level of engagement and are at risk of losing the momentum they've worked so hard to build. In just the last few weeks, the WNBA has seen one of the steepest declines in attendance and fan interest in its history. The league went from drawing some of the largest crowds it had ever seen to arenas packed to capacity to witness Caitlin Clark's dynamic play to now practically begging fans to attend the finals. This unexpected turn of events shows how much the WNBA had come to rely on Clark to fill seats and create excitement. Without her, players are considering going on strike because they are envious of her salary and feel underpaid. Her presence on the court not only inspired her team but also the entire league, turning every game she played into a major event. Nevertheless, the WNBA is finding it difficult to remain relevant. The buzz that Clark generated was crucial to the league's recent expansion, and now without her, the WNBA is finding it difficult to regain that same momentum. The drastic drop in interest serves as a harsh reminder of how important star players like Clark are to the league's success. To put it in perspective, if Caitlin Clark had attended the WNBA Finals, front row seats could have easily sold for upwards of $20,000 each, and fans and celebrities alike would have scurried to be a part of what would have been the most anticipated finals in WNBA history. Clark's presence would have turned the event into a spectacle, bringing the finals to a whole new level of excitement and media attention. Instead, the league is dealing with a drastically different reality. Ticket prices have fallen to rock-bottom levels, and the excitement that once surrounded the games has vanished.
Caitlin has joined the WNBA. We've now earned enough money for every single team to fly private. So if we put her on a team, we're going to be able to fly private all the way to Paris and back. We have been fighting for private flights for so many years in women's basketball, but I mean, we can go back.
Due to decreased media coverage and the finals decline as a must-see event, the WNBA has lost out on a significant revenue opportunity from both ticket sales and lucrative sponsorship deals. Since fewer people are watching or going to the games, sponsors are pulling back, costing the league millions of dollars in lost revenue. What might have been a huge financial boost for the league has instead turned into a significant setback, highlighting how important Clark's presence is to the WNBA's success. Not only have ticket sales and sponsorship deals suffered, but the whole WNBA scene has changed since Caitlin Clark left. There is a noticeable lack of energy, and it seems like the league is about to die. The finals, which should be the pinnacle of the WNBA season, have become an afterthought, and fans are just not as interested when the league's top player isn't playing. The excitement that Clark created has vanished, making the games feel flat. The WNBA must carefully reconsider how they assist its top players if they hope to prevent future deterioration. Caitlin Clark is a unique talent who has the potential to revolutionize women's basketball globally, as well as the WNBA. If the WNBA doesn't continue to give her the support she needs, they run the risk of losing her to rival leagues in Europe or elsewhere where opportunities for top talent are becoming more competitive. Should Clark leave, the WNBA may once again struggle for relevance and survival in an already crowded sports landscape. Her influence goes far beyond the court. She brings visibility, excitement, and growth to the entire league.
Caitlin Clark has created more buzz around the basketball landscape and has actually transformed and revived a league that was the WNBA, and she is getting paid a measly $28 million.
The WNBA needs to establish an atmosphere where Clark and other stars can not only perform at their best but also feel appreciated and supported in the long run. What we're seeing right now is a clear example of what happens when a league fails to properly invest in its stars. The WNBA has lost its biggest draw, and the fallout has been catastrophic. Fans are disengaging, ticket prices have fallen, and the league's future looks uncertain without Caitlin Clark leading the way. Clark's presence is essential to driving fan engagement, sponsorship deals, and media attention, and her departure would leave a void that may be impossible to fill.